Skeledirge EX might be one of the most underrated cards in Paradox Rift. Its ability lets you boost your damage by 60, which is an absolutely bonkers number and pushes a whole bunch of attackers into a whole other level of power. And today we are going to look at a Skeledirge EX concept with Arceus. I'm Jeff from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about this Arceus deck with Skeledirge. Before we get into this video, quickly wanted to let you know that I am fundraising for Extra Life. 100% of the proceeds go towards the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals, a network of hospitals taking care of thousands of kids every day. It's an absolutely wonderful cause. Thank you to everybody who has donated so far. So far, we've raised over $1,000, which is phenomenal. You still have time to...
Yeah, right.
Shout out to Shonen17. Thank you for the follow. I'm not actually live right now, but thank you for the follow, no less. Still have time to make a donation. Link is in the description of this video, and you still have an opportunity to get some sweet rewards, including a signed Pokemon card from me, as well as 4x6 prints of my spray paint art here. So in case you're interested in getting rewarded and supporting a wonderful cause, link in the description of this video. Thank you so much for your time and your consideration. And now let's get back to it. First off, we'll talk about Arceus because it's our primary attacker in the deck. It is a V-Star Pokemon with 280 HP. It's weak to fighting, which for the most part is fine. There isn't really any meta-relevant fighting attackers right now. And maybe Urshifu. But regardless, Trinity Nova, great attack for 3 colorless energy, does 200 damage. And if you got a double turbo on there, you're doing 180 damage, and you can accelerate energy to other Pokemon V on the bench, helping you get another Arceus set up here. The big thing though with Arceus is Starbirth. You pop your V-Star power for Starbirth, grab 2 cards of your choice, and you can grab any 2 cards you want, really helping you set up. And from there, one of the big things you want to set up in this deck is Skeledirge EX. And you're not really, you can attack with this. 160 shred is not bad. It gives you some answers in weird matchups, like if you run into a Mimikyu or something. But for the most part, you're going to be using this for its Incendiary Song ability, where you discard a fire energy and your Pokemon do 60 more damage, which is absolutely bonkers. And that pushes Arceus all the way up to 240 to 260 damage, and at that point you are knocking out your one-shotting basic Pokemon Vs at the beginning of the game, and maybe even like the really low-end stage 1 EXs and stuff, which is absolutely nuts. And in certain matchups where you're now going to be in one-shot territory for some really meta-relevant decks right now, like your Iron Valiants, your Entei, your Roaring Moons, your Miraidon, Raikou, Raichu. You just blast those all out before, at the beginning of the game, you're hitting 180, which is a little short, but you can now put some serious pressure on a lot of those types of decks, especially since Arceus has 280 HP, which is still pretty high for a lot of decks to one-shot, and you are now doing massive damage with Arceus as well. We do also have, let's go and dig into the deck here a little bit. We've got a 4-3 line of Arceus, a 3-3 line of the Fuecoco Skeledirge. We've got 3 Klefkis in here as well. These are great for starting the game. You throw Klefki in the active. Ideally, you get down 2, and you use its Mischievous Lock ability. It's a passive ability, so as long as it's in the active, you just shut off abilities of basic Pokemon. Really great for hurting decks like a Miraidon, a Chien-Pao, your Lumineon Vs, Radiant Greninja. Just a really obnoxious card that can help you stall for time while you set up. On top of that, we also have a Radiant Charizard, which is an amazing endgame attacker generally speaking, and it gets even better with Skeledirge because its Excited Heart ability lets you cut down this ridiculous 5 energy cost down 1 colorless energy for each prize card your opponent's taken. If they've taken 4 prize cards, you can attack with just the fire energy for 250 damage, which is already a great number. But if you discard a fire energy on top of that with Skeledirge, Radiant Charizard's hitting for 310 damage. That is one-shotting Mew VMAX territory, which is incredible. And it's just really cool, really cool set of attackers here and some fun stuff you can do with this one. Let's go over to the trainer cards. We've got a weird mix of gusting cards here. Counter Catcher, you fall behind on prizes, you can gust up a bench Pokemon and still play your supporter, which is great. We do have a Pokemon Catcher here, which is a little bit of an unorthodox card here. You flip a coin. If heads, you get to gust. And there are times where I did use this, and in the match you're going to see here, I did give this a shot. We still do have a boss's orders here. If you decide you just want to play triple boss instead, that's totally cool. We do have Raihan for, especially if you're slow to set up, and one of your Pokemon gets knocked out, you can attach a energy from the discard pile and grab a card of your choice to help you get back on track. For switching cards, we've got one Escape Rope and one Switch. In particular, if you've got the Klefki in the active at the beginning of the game, you're going to need a way to get Arceus back out into the active so it can do its thing. One copy of Energy Retrieval. This is great for recovering energy towards the mid to late game so that Skeledirge has some ammunition to fire up Incendiary Song. One copy of Pal Pad to get our supporters back. 4 Nest Balls to get our basics down. 3 copies of Professor's Research, and we discard your hand, draw 7. Incredibly powerful card. 3 copies of Artazon to help us get our basics down, our Fuecocos, our Klefkis, and so on. We've talked about Boss. Iono is our primary draw card, as well as Hand Disruption, where both players shuffle their hands into their deck, into the bottom of their deck, and then draw equal to the number of prizes remaining. Great comeback card as well. 1 copy of Super Rod lets us get our Pokemon and basic fire energy back into the deck. In particular, great for having that energy handy for Incendiary Song. 1 copy of Lost Vacuum to get stadiums like Pat to the Peak out of play. Also great for getting stuff like Bravery Charm. There are certain instances where Bravery Charm will still get your opponent's active Pokemon out of range of Arceus' attacks, plus the Incendiary Song. So Lost Vacuum can help you reduce their HP, and you can get those multi-prize one-shots that way. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of your choice. 3 copies of Rare Candy to try and get at least the 1 Skeledirge. You probably only need 1 for the most part. And for energy cards, we've got 9 copies of Basic Fire Energy and 3 double turbos. So, general idea of this deck is by turn 2, ideally you want to have at least 1 Arceus V-Star set up with 3 energy so you can start attacking. And with Skeledirge, I hope you get that in the second turn as well. You can start using Incendiary Song, and Arceus can start swinging for 240 damage, taking 1-hit KOs on multi-prize Pokemon. That's really the types of decks you're trying to go for with this. Your Roaring Moons, your Miraidons, your Chen Paos. Certain other decks, like I found that the Charizard deck is still a bad matchup because the extra damage doesn't really help you out, except for towards the late game where a Radiant Charizard plus Incendiary Song can one-shot a Pidgeot. But for the most part, that match still kind of sucks. And in certain single prize matchups, it's still not bad. If you can avoid benching some of the smaller Pokemon, Arceus is just generally really hard for something like a Lost Box to take out, and Skeledirge at 330 HP is absolutely ridiculous, and you may even want to use that as an attacker as well. For only 2 energy, Luster Burn does 160 damage, and it's not affected by any effects, so you can shred through stuff like Mimikyu. Only 1 match on this one. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to get multiple matches on this one, but I do think this is a great example of the strengths of this deck. Let's get to it. And yeah, they want to go second. Okay, we'll go first. Arceus pretty much always wants to go first. Now, we have an absolute dumpster fire of a first hand. The Klefki could potentially help us stall for time. We're playing against the Miraidon deck. That Klefki is... Oh, there we go. Now our deck is a lot better. All right, sick. Now, the Iron Hands could be a big problem. The fact that it's stuck in the active right now is pretty great. This is actually the deck if we're up against Miraidon. If we're up against Chen Pao, these are actually the decks. Miraidon and Chen Pao are what we really want to target because Arceus can one-shot, in particular the Miraidon deck, because we can one-shot Miraidons and the Raikos and Raichus, and even Iron Hands, for that matter, no problem. But in order for that to work, we are going to need some pieces here. Thankfully, Klefki, unless they hit an escape rope here as well, we are going to be in a pretty good spot to mess them up. Yep, thankfully, Mischievous Lock, basic Pokemon in play, do not have abilities. And yeah, that's just going to shut Miraidon off. So hopefully they don't have rope here. And they're just stuck. The Squawkabilly's not going to do anything. And they're just stuck with Miraidon. If we could get the Wombo combo of Arceus VSTAR plus the... Yeah, we need a double Turbo Energy, Arceus VSTAR, a Switch, Skeledirge, and the Rare Candy. Oh, they even throw out Path to the Peak. Interesting. Let's go and see what we can hit here. They're going to get down a Raikou. I don't hate that for them. And I hope they are stuck, and we're going to leave them with 3 cards. Thank goodness for Klefki. Oh, okay, they got an Escape Rope, so... Or they got Arven at least, so... Escape Rope is probably going to happen here. Ooh. This is annoying, right? The Arven into the Forest Seal Stone. They could attack and just knock out the Klefki. Oh, they only got 1 energy. Okay. Oh, never mind. Okay, let's see how they play it then. How do they play the Forest Seal Stone? Do they grab a rope? Do they grab a switch? I think they would grab a switch because they want to knock out the Klefki, is my thinking. If we can get some Arceus pieces here, we can put ourselves in a position to one-shot this Raikou on the following turn, which would be pretty amazing. Let's go and see how they play it, though. They may also just Escape Rope, at which point we'll have a little bit of a pickle. Yeah, they're going to rope. Okay. Let's go and... Actually, do we care if they hit the Arceus? I kind of don't care. 20, 40, 68. They'll hit 100, which is... It's not ideal, but, like, not the worst either. And they are going to get their board fully set up. Oh, they're going to hit for more damage. I actually should have thought of that. I should have thought that through. They're still two-shotting. And we can put ourselves in a position to one-shot their Raikou, theoretically. They do only have 1 card, so... let's go and let it rip on the next 7 and see what happens. 2 cards. Fleet-footed. Hopefully it's not a Squawkabilly. And they just go to town. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Yeah, 140. Okay. Yeah, so they're two-shotting us. That's fine. 150. Okay. Now, we really need to hit big. Yes, Arceus VSTAR. Love to see it. Here we go. Okay. This is basically the Wombo combo right here. So we get double Turbo Energy and a Rare Candy. And we have the Donk on them. So let's go and grab this Rare Candy. Let's go and grab this double Turbo Energy. And we put ourselves in a pretty good spot here. We are going to get the attach. You know what? Let's go and put this Fuecoco down. And let's get rid of the Fire Energy here. Discard that. Do plus 60 damage. Just in case, let's go and put a Fuecoco down. And we are going to swing for 240 damage. Taking the one shot on the Raikou. And let's go and attach all this energy to the Arceus V in play. And now they're going to have to get a whole bunch of energy on the board with only 2 cards. And all of a sudden, the complexion of this match has just changed. So let's see. Do they have it in these 3 cards? They might. They might. Let's see. And we actually have... We can hit for 140 again. We are absolutely in position to do that. They do pull out a Raichu. Oh, wow. Okay. Desperate times. Yeah, they're gonna Bravery Charm the Miraidon. That actually does... That is annoying. That's 270. Now, okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm actually going to put the Radiant Charizard in. And let's go Incendiary Song. And we are going to pick off... What's more dangerous? The Iron Hands I'm not too scared of right now. Let's go and take that Raichu. And we're going to go up 4 prizes right away. And I'm going to hold on to that energy for the time being. Up 4 prizes. They need to make something happen right now. Counter Catcher is not going to matter anymore. Artazon's not going to matter anymore. We do have 1 more energy. If we get some sort of gusting card, we can just absolutely blast them. Okay, let me just double check here. The voice changer is not doing anything funky. I don't think so. Okay, we should be good here. Yep, they can potentially get Miraidon powered up, and that would be annoying. Yeah, Miraidon would take the KO. We don't have Vacuum in hand, but like, what's the follow-up after that is the $1 million question. Bum, bum, bum. Yep, they got it. Do they have the Switch? No, they don't. Okay. So they're going to be down to 1 prize. I think we can get rid of these 2 cards. Let's go grab ourselves an Arceus. And it would have been nice if we... Yeah, we're just going to swing for 180 here. Actually, hold on. Do we... If we power up, right? So if they knock this out, we're going to need... Yeah, I'm just going to swing. We'll just swing for 180. I think we're in pretty good shape here. We'll hold on to that energy. Because, like, what are they going... They can swing 1 time with the Miraidon, and that's fine. But, like, they have no plan B at this point. If we could get a Vacuum... Oh, yeah, if we just Raihan Vacuum and then we blast this Miraidon, then it's over. So as long as we don't get Iono'd here, then we should be okay. And did we get rid of the Vacuum? No, we didn't get rid of the Vacuum. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna start powering up the Iron Hands because that's. I mean, they could. I guess they could take 3 prizes if they use Iron Hands to knock out the Arceus V. Oh, they can't. Oh yeah, they can. They can. They would do 130 damage with the Zapdos. So that's definitely something to think about here. All right. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. As long as this card's not a Vacuum, I think we got him. Yeah, we'll Raihan to the Radiant Charizard, and then we should get the Vacuum, take that Charm off, blast for a whole bunch of extra damage. Let's go and attach to the Radiant Charizard, and please tell me Vacuum is in here. Vacuum is not in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the 1 card is Vacuum. Okay, let's go and Pokemon Catcher. And please tell me this works. If we hit heads, we still win. Let's go. No! Okay. Okay. Then I will just swing for 200. They're still not one-shotting us, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's hold on to our hand here. And at this point, they can bring in... Iron Hands would get 1 hit KO'd. Miraidon's going to get 1 hit KO'd. I mean, if they get a fresh Miraidon and another Charm, then yeah, maybe. Ugh, that sucks. The 1 card is the Vacuum. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is, and maybe we... Yeah, maybe we play the other. No, we don't have to. We don't have to play the other Arceus. I don't think we do. If anything, we could even... Okay. We'll let them power up here. And they may choose to go into the Iron Hands and say, like, bet you can't knock out, you can't one-shot this Iron Hands, which might actually be their best shot. Let's see it. Let's see what the play is. No, not the Iono. That's actually really annoying. Okay, that sucks. That sucks. And they're going to Bravery Charm up. So, yeah, that's going to be... If they can get the third Miraidon powered up, then we're going to be in trouble here. And, you know, maybe I will have regretted not benching another Arceus V here. Yeah, they're going to retreat into the Iron Hands, do 160. If... Oh, man, that... And they charmed up the Iron Hands, too. Oh, man, that's annoying. That's annoying. We might lose this now because I got cocky. Arm press for 170. Does suck. What do we have? Okay, we have research. That's good. That's good. That's good. We do get the... Let's get the Arceus down. And we have both of our energy here. If we swing for, what, two whatever... Actually, you know what? I think we hold on to our hand and we swing for 180. Radiant Charizard's going to knock out either of these things. So let's just go swing for 200. Wait, is there... Okay, let's get the energy back, actually. Let's go and get the 2 energy plus like an Arceus V-Star. Sure. There we go. And then I can power up the... Do I attach some energy here? Sure. I'll attach 1. And let's go and attack for 200. And we'll just attach 2 energy here. I think we're still okay. I think we're still okay. If they bring in... Yeah, if they Iono us again, that would be bad. They have to have another charm. How many charms do they have? There's potentially a third charm. Okay, they get a Raikou in. Okay, Collapse Stadium. That's fine. I will get rid of this. Let's get rid of the Klefki at this point. No, we'll get rid of the Fuecoco. Fuecoco is literally not going to do anything at this point. 3 cards. What do they got? If it's arm press for... Yeah, if it's arm press for 160, we just win. If it's Miraidon Photon Blaster for 220, we still win. And we don't even need the Skeledirge powering up here. I would like to show the Skeledirge powering up, though. Otherwise, like, what are we doing here? They're going to take the Amp You Very Much play, actually, and they're going to take 3 prizes. That's pretty good. Oh, they're going to research. All right. So, yeah, Amp You Very Much, bringing it to a 1-1 game. This is actually kind of sick, but, like, they know we're right here. We're right here. We've got the sauce. Okay. Maybe they don't. Maybe they back out. And they go in with the... Okay, yeah, they're going to just get rid of it and go 220. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And we are... They take the 2 prizes. That's fine. I don't want to have a 2-prize face. Yeah, they're just going to lose. Like, I don't even need to evolve up or anything. Let's go in Incendiary Song. And... Yeah, we just swing for 310... damage to take the win on the Miraidon deck, arguably the best deck in the game right now. There's our Lost Vacuum GG. Jeez. And yeah, this is like Arceus in the grand scheme of things is a really shaky play right now. There are so many decks that can just smash Arceus, punish Arceus for going first, which is what Arceus wants to do. And look, the Klefkis can help. The Klefkis can help slow things down a little bit, which we sort of got. They did escape rope, and that was kind of annoying. But we did get to show off the core concept of Arceus with the Skeledirge. The Skeledirge being able to, we used it a couple of times there to great effect. That first time hitting the Raikou, putting them on the back foot, taking a big prize lead. Now, kudos to our opponent with some well-timed Ionos, making a bit of a comeback push there, but we were able to put them in a checkmate position, and the Radiant Charizard towards the end with the absolutely monstrous attack doing 310 damage, and the Bravery Charms were not going to help. So we just go and take that win. GG's. There we go. That is a quick look at Arceus with Skeledirge EX. Now, I will admit, Arceus is kind of on the outskirts of the meta right now. This is more about showing Skeledirge and a proof of concept of what a deck could be with that extra damage boost. Now, there are probably a whole bunch of other decks out there that could benefit from an extra 60 damage from a Skeledirge EX. But yeah, just off the top of your head, what decks do you think Skeledirge EX could improve? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all of the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.